Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to Operation Uranus. We're going to go ahead and continue here and trying to destroy the German enemy around Stalingrad. And a lot of things have happened, to be fair. The Germans have actually done their best to push out of the city, and I must say they've done a pretty good job. I don't think they're going to succeed. We're going to go ahead and smash this division particularly, and really try to cut these guys off, basically trapping the rest of the Germans within Stalingrad. Let's go ahead and make sure that we can move all these guys. We can't move these guys, we can't move these guys, but we can still move the Guards army. And I'm going to move them here just to make sure that we're taking over that position quickly. I also want to go ahead and start ramping up the defenses on this area. The Germans have done some pretty good attacks trying to actually leave the city. And we want to see if we can go ahead and stop that from occurring at all. We don't need Germans leaving Stalingrad. Oh, hold on a sec. I want to refit on. We want to actually have them stay here. All units reporting directly to this HQ. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and move this tank over here and try to once again break through here. We're actually attacking a separate sector, but as you can see, we've gotten the Croatians to actually retreat. There are actually some Croatians here, incredibly. And at this point, I really want to do everything we can to get in there and basically cut off the German rail lines. But if we move in there, we have a chance of not escaping. We have a chance of them actually trapping us. So I'm going to be very careful here. And we will send our first guards if they can make it. If not, we'll wait another turn. But we do have to... We've got to be a little on the move. Not really. We're doing all right. I'm going to go ahead and we've already cut off the Germans. There we go. We've cut them off from Stalingrad. We've basically just taken this side of the rail line. And I'm going to go ahead and do a deliberate attack. We also have, incredibly, a unit that got all the way behind their lines here. I was under the impression they were going to take this guy out. Guess what? They haven't. So that's going to give us even more leeway to utterly crush their lines. We're also going to move the infantry up if we can. We should be able to move up. There we go. Actually, got a lot of infantry. Let's get rid of this martyr division. What's up here is an enemy martyr division still around. Pretty amazing. And there we go. They have retreated. It's also a 279th infantry division. And once again, there we go. We're just sending everybody we can into that sector. Let's go ahead and keep the Stalingrad front over here. And I want to see if we can get any more attacks. I don't think I want to go for any more attacks. I think we're more or less happy with this. I could hit these guys here, but I think I'm actually going to remain calm and not attack at all. We're going to go ahead and just keep moving forward. Just basically making sure that we are cutting these guys off before they go. Alright? And this time we could probably do a deliberate attack on this guy and see what happens. Not very good. 666. That's an awful sign. This guy for sure has some Italian support, and there's no way to be able to. Sure enough, the Italians will immediately. Look at that. What's Dieo Italia? Whoever can pause there and check that out. I'd like to see what kind of a unit that is. I know it's an Italian one, but what kind? As you guys can see, the enemy is still holding this rail line, but we've cut it off, so it doesn't really matter that they hold it. Nonetheless, we want to try to take it back if we can. And I also want to make sure that our HQs are very close so that we are receiving basically the best and the quickest reinforcements possible in the game. Let's go ahead and move these guys forward too, and these airfields forward as well. I almost want to go ahead and carry out an attack just to test the lines, but I don't think we would succeed. We're just a few points short of being able to successfully attack this zone. So I think I'm going to stay back. I am going to move this tank here. The enemy. And now they're trapped on any number of sides. Now let's go ahead and take all these guys, and we're actually going to go ahead and hit this guy. If we can hit him with a deliberate attack. If not, I'm going to wait and stay put, and hopefully these guys will crumble over time. Alright, let's try to get a tank over here to the enemy HQ. Again, we're going to get these enemy HQs as far behind the lines as possible so that these guys aren't receiving any reinforcements at all, any supplies, nothing. We don't want them so much as getting a single cigarette to smoke. We want them and that's what we're doing. I expect that attack to work, but the enemy's attack power is actually 6, so I should have been a little bit careful. Unit, and they're going to retreat. And as for this mechanized unit, I'm actually going to bring them over here to this line to see if we can initiate an attack on these forces fairly soon. Alright, so far we've done what we wanted to do. Initially, remember, we were having a lot of trouble over here in the east, but at this point the enemy had to bring their troops back to reinforce. That gives us a perfect opportunity to start moving forward and totally crushing the enemy. Let's get these guys here. The Italian not really going to affect us per se. Let's go and grab these guys. Not enough to stop the enemy from being annihilated, essentially. Let's go ahead and do a deliberate attack. Sure enough, we did. I just want to make sure we move everybody that we have to move. These guys I don't want to move. I want to leave them right here as they are. This guy, however, the tank division, definitely move this. He's just going to cut off more and more. We definitely completed Operation Uranus in terms of closing off the city of Stalingrad, which was the objective of the operation itself. Still have Operation Uranus is not finished, because while we have closed down Stalingrad, we still need to take the city. Go ahead and move the Germans right off the rails completely, and to make sure that they are no threat to us. In fact, I'm going to move these troops forward if I can. Can I move this guy forward? Maybe not. Too bad. We may have to wait till next turn. These guys here in the each we're going to hit those guys 21. No, that's a bit crazy. But we could end the turn pretty soon here. These guys move up a little bit. If we can move these guys to the left, they will. And if we can do damage, I certainly will. So, actually, look at that. That's beautiful. Let's go ahead and hit these guys first. To any of the enemy positions, so it makes little difference to us. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what the enemy's going to do. Can they break out, guys? This is the moment of truth, and we don't want that to happen, obviously. Axis victory. Embarrassing that we didn't manage to take and secure the final city there. I'm going to take a look at the victory points here. So since we didn't take Stalingrad, obviously that's why we lost. I probably should have just attacked there at the end with everything, but I guess I learned my lesson. Anyway, you should definitely pick the game up. Next time we should be able to do a much better job, and I want you guys to pick the next battle. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.